How's it going, beer runners? I wanted to pop in with a quick unboxing video because I finally pulled the trigger on a decision that I have been mulling around for quite some time, and that is the decision to finally snag myself a pair of Sauconys and give them a shot. For those of you that follow me, you probably know that I've been running in Brooks for quite some time. I really don't have a lot of experience with a diverse array of shoe brands. I really find one style that I like, and then I just keep running with that shoe over and over. But I've been intrigued by Saucony, follow a few runners who run in them, and decided to get myself a pair as well. Specifically the Kinvara 11s, really excited to give them a try, but thought that I would share a video of my first reactions of the shoe in general, as well as some of the reasons that I chose to give this specific model a try. So before we take a look at the Sauconys, I did just want to give an honorable mention or a special shout out to the Brooks that I have been running in for quite some time. These are the Brooks Ghost 11s. This is actually my second pair of the Ghost 11s. I really fell in love with Brooks as a brand. The shoes are incredibly comfortable. The DNA foam that they use for, or the DNA Loft foam that they use especially for the Ghost series is just an incredibly comfortable shoe. My really only, not necessarily even a complaint, but the thing that I just didn't necessarily enjoy as much about the Ghost was they do have a pretty significant heel to toe drop at 12 millimeters. I usually like that to be a little less. The other shoes I run in are Ultras, which are famous for having the 0 drop or the 0 millimeter drop between their shoes. So was looking for something with a little bit less of a drop, and they are a little bit heavier of a shoe. This really is designed to be an incredibly comfortable ride, but obviously with that increased cushioning, you're just gonna have to accept that weight is gonna be a factor there. So they are a little bit heavier of a shoe, and so ultimately those two things are probably the leading factors in me deciding to give the Saucony Kinvara 11s a try. All right, so the real important part of the video, actually taking a look at the shoes. I would say in general, I am a pretty frugal person when it comes to shoe shopping, which is one of the reasons it took me so long to finally decide on a pair of shoes to get. Ultimately, one of the leading factors in snagging the shoes, it's one of the lesser expensive models on Saucony. I think they're about $110 full price, but they actually were on sale when I just went to check the other day. So I think I got them for maybe like 80 bucks plus shipping and all that good stuff. But another thing that I appreciated that I had never seen on a running shoe website before, and maybe it's just been a while since I bought a new pair of shoes, but they also offered the option to finance with a firm. My wife and I have used that for some of our more substantial purchases. They do have that option if you wanted to split up the payment across 3 months rather than just paying for the shoes up front. I mean, it might seem small, but for me, that's a huge influence on my decision. So I did appreciate that ability to finance the shoe. If I was maybe looking at one of their more expensive performance models, that might encourage me to go ahead and pull the trigger on that, since I don't have to necessarily pay that full price tag, that intimidating price tag up front. But inside the shoes, I always also try to go for a color scheme that I enjoy, and I love the color scheme here. I'm just a big fan of bright colors in general. So I tried to go with the brightest option, and I love the collection of neon colors that you got, like the teal or the sea foam, almost like a lime green as well, and the bright red. So looking at the shoes themselves, as I mentioned, really one of the leading factors in my decision to try these shoes out was they have a substantially lower heel to toe drop, actually just a third of the Ghost 11, so just a 4 millimeter drop between heel to toe, and also significantly lighter. I think these are like 8.8 ounces, whereas the Ghost 11s are closer to 10.5, 10.8. So also a pretty substantial weight difference in the shoes. So really looking forward to just seeing how kind of light and springy these shoes feel. I was looking for a shoe that is comfortable and good for performance. So the lightweight will obviously be good for any kind of PR attempt or anything like that, but also cushioned enough that it's going to support an everyday trainer. I cycle through a couple pairs of shoes, but I'm not the type of runner that has like a race day shoe, a speed work shoe, etc. I really just alternate between two pairs of shoes. One that I wear more for kind of recovery runs, that's the Ultras, and then a performance, any kind of other training, race day, training day, anything like that, what I consider my everyday trainer. So read a lot of reviews on these shoes, heard that they have enough cushioning to support that all day training. One of the things I was a little bit more worried about, but one of the benefits of the shoe is, as opposed to the Ghost 11s or a lot of other running shoes, obviously you can see, apart from just the foam sole, they have the rubber that just gives the sole a little bit more durability. On the Kinvara 11s, you don't have that rubber protection. It's just the exposed foam on the bottom, but I've heard a lot just about the springiness, the lightweight nature of this foam, and how comfortable of a ride it provides. And obviously, if you're trying to cut down on weight, getting rid of that rubber protection just helps get you to that lower weight that you're looking for. So I'll be interested to see just how the sole holds up. I mean, the Ghosts have 300 plus miles on them. They have a little bit of wear and tear on the back of the heel and on the toe, but hardly noticeable. Honestly, the sole's still in pretty great shape. Although the shoe does have the exposed foam, one thing that's nice is pretty much the exact areas where my Brooks are starting to show wear and tear, they do have that additional rubber protection. So hopefully that will keep the foam from wearing out too much. Foam has really taken off as like the preferred technology. I think in most running shoes, every brand is trying to come up with their own patented foam technology, all of which have different benefits, but this is specifically the PW Run foam that Saucony uses. And another feature that they really promote is how flexible it is, which is great to just kind of ease that transition, especially for someone like me, a heel to toe runner, where it's just easy to kind of roll forward and spring forward throughout your training run. So looking forward to giving that a shot. Again, just really looking forward to just the feel of the foam. Just holding this, it's incredible how lightweight the shoe is. So I'm really interested just to see how this feels on my foot. I love the feeling of a shoe where it's light enough that you can feel the ground, springy enough that you feel more connected to the run, and light enough in general that when you're running, you don't really notice the shoe on your foot. Saucony boasts their 360-degree form fit, basically just meaning that the shoe is designed to fit at every angle, to fit nice and snug, but not be constricting in any way with how the sole is designed. Very little foam just to give the comfort there, but just the elasticity in different parts of the shoe to help it feel more connected to the foot, like it's an extension of the foot rather than something bulky sitting on the foot. So overall, just very excited to give these shoes a try. Love the look of them, love the look of the foam. So like I said, just a quick breakdown of why I decided to go with the Saucony Kinvara 11s, what I'm specifically looking forward to about this shoe as opposed to shoes that I've tried in the past. I really just think the lightweight nature of the shoe is gonna be a game changer and help me feel a little bit more connected to the run. So stay tuned. I'm sure I'll have a more full review once I put some mileage on these, but just wanted to give my initial thoughts before testing these out probably this weekend on the David Goggins challenge. So definitely looking forward to giving these a try. Should be a great shoe. And if you're interested in looking for a new running shoe, but a little bit afraid of those price tags, definitely check out Saucony because there's a sale going on right now, and you also have the ability to finance if you're interested. So thanks as always for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for a full review of the shoe coming soon.